Welcome, bonjour, ça va? Welcome to, obviously, the French Grand Prix. Okay, right now, we're 51 points behind championship leader Valtteri Bottas, our teammate, right now. As things stand in the Constructors, of course, we are leading the Constructors by probably quite a bit of a distance right now. But yeah, 51 points behind in the Constructors. This is the weekend, if anywhere, we got to make up points. I've been keep on saying that for week in, week out now. But honestly, we really do have to start making up points. We have to narrow down that gap. We have to start reducing that gap to, obviously, our championship rival and teammate Valtteri Bottas if we want a chance winning the championship this season. Okay, so obviously we're here with round number 8, French Grand Prix, Circuit Paul Ricard, near, I think it's Toulon or something like that. That's how it's pronounced, Toulon or something. And yeah, obviously we're looking for a good, decent result, of course, for round number 8, then the French Grand Prix. So obviously, hopefully we'll do all right. We'll get good points on the board here today, and you know, score decent points, because that's what we want, really. We want to win races, score points, outscore our teammate, more importantly, but also outscore the rest of the field, because in a way we've been caught by also the rest of the field as well, because I think Ricciardo and Alonso are in front of me by 3 points. Now, don't get me wrong, that's okay right now at the moment, but it could become a problem, you know, going into further rounds. Obviously, new circuit to the calendar this is, in a way. It used to be on the calendar back in the 80s and 90s. I think it was also on the calendar in the early 70s, late 70s. I'm not too sure on that, but I definitely know it was on the calendar in the 70s, sorry, 80s and 90s. Because Ayrton raced around this circuit, so you know, it's just one of them circuits. Personally, I like the updated version. You know, it's quite nice. You know, it's a nice circuit, especially turn 1 and 2. We got right on a qualifying lap. Them 2 corners feel fantastic. In fact, the whole circuit is really, really nice, I think. I hope they'll keep the circuit like this for a long time to come. You know, because it really is alright circuit, I think, personally. It's got a good rhythm to it, a good flow. And yeah, you know, I like that. You know, so anyway, down the back straight then here at the circuit of Paul Ricard. As we obviously looking for our braking just under the 100-meter board. Right, now onto the second part of that back straight, and literally coming up to one of probably the most fastest corners now in Formula 1. This corner here, Hunt took and flat out, no lift whatsoever through that little segment. Then through final sector now. Car certainly handling quite nice in these early phases, obviously, of practice, of course. Is that good enough for purple?
That's
no.
Good. Now let's try for purple. You'll get a bonus for consistency.
Right now,
and chain good corners together.
0.2 down on Raikkonen. So last time just missed out on purple, but oh well. Give us always a second opportunity to improve. Oh, that's good through that. I'm just going to use flashback as it's practice only sort of thing. Through turn 11. How did we miss that? Come on. Alright, this time, our final corner. Have we done it this time? Still no! And that was much better. Right. What? Again? Just missing some gates here, which is annoying. Oh, that's annoying now. I just want to get the purple, that's all I want. Get the purple score, get the maximum resource points, job done. Oh, for crying out loud. Don't tell me we've done it again. We've done it again. I really want that. Alright. No, for crying out loud, come on, just give it to me. Oh dear. I just want that purple. We're gonna continue. Ah, for how do you get purple? It's impossible. But if we, right, so you gotta virtually accelerate. See, if I don't accelerate, I won't get it, but if I do accelerate, I will get it. That's annoying. Sorry about this. But then I won't get that. Oh, see, that's my issue. Right, there we are. I think we... Oh, for crying out loud. There, done it. That's all I wanted to do, was literally get that purple score, maximum resource points. Yeehaw. Right. Now we're going to put on a car setup. Car was fine there, don't worry about that, okay? So I just thought I'd clarify that. So there was no problem with the car, it was just annoying that we couldn't get the purple straight away. Right, let's go do the race pace now quickly, and then we'll get into the race, qualifying then the race, of course. Obviously, we'll see what we can do. Alright. Let's see how good our race pace is. It's quite overcast right now in terms of weather. Small corner cut. Alright, first lap is about to be complete. And we're a little bit down on our delta right now. Alright, we're gonna have a first lap. Ain't good enough in terms of our race pace. I tend to agree. So alright, come on. Come on. Right, this time we're gonna go green, so that's alright, and we're ahead of Vettel in terms of tyres, so obviously we have no idea what tyres every driver's using at this phase in the weekend, but nonetheless. Then quickest first sector, which is nice. How about middle? 4 tenths down in the middle right now.
super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Okay. So that's second lap down now. Again, doing another fastest first sector, so we seem to certainly have the car underneath us within the first sector, which is good. Seems like we're losing out in the middle majority of our time. This time 3 tenths down. Alright, there we go. So 3 laps done, and right, we're going to head into qualifying. I think the car's more or less there or thereabouts, so I've got no concerns in terms of the car being there, you know, for race day. Obviously, you know, we were half a second down on our teammate there by the end of it, of course, but on the same tyre, we'll say that, but then again, I have no idea what fuel settings he was running on, what fuel level he was running on. So, obviously, when you take that all into a factor, that could easily equal half a second, you know, easily. We were running race pace, remember, and we were improving, so we had very strong race pace. I haven't even seen my teammates' race pace at the moment, so therefore, I only can assume he's going to be there, but you know, obviously, you can't ever guarantee it. That's the thing, you know. You can always say, yeah, he's within that, you know. I can say, maybe Ricardo. I'm ahead of Ricardo. Am I ahead of my teammate? I don't know. At this stage in the weekend, I wouldn't want to say yes. I wouldn't want to say no. So, yeah, you know. But we've only had one pole position anyway during our career. Anyway, qualify now. Time to go. Let's get the car going. And let's see what we can do then for the 8th round of the season, of course. Can we get our championship back on track? That's the question. So far, my teammate has won every race for Mercedes this season. We have finished on podium, yes, multiple occasions, but my teammate has taken victory every time it's been a Mercedes victory. Can that change this weekend? Realistically, it needs to, because if we want a chance of the championship, well, we need to start winning. Because by the time we get to Austria, yes, okay, I have no doubts we're going to be strong there, but obviously then we got circuits, you know, that are coming up that do definitely suit us, I would say. You know, Germany, for example. Hungary could be a good one for us, actually. You know, Belgium, Italy, just these circuits that worked for us last year, so I can't see any reason why they don't work for us this year either. But the thing is, and here's the trouble, if we don't win at them, we've got no chance of winning the championship. So, we're literally warming up the tyres, getting the car, you know, in the right power settings, obviously. You know, making sure everything is ready when we go across the start-finish line in just probably about 20 seconds time or so. Just feeling the car, of course, as well. Gonna eye in for the circuit. Gonna drop back here. I'm gonna drop behind the Renault, which is coming up hot and fast. So there goes Sainz. So as soon as he's gone, we're gonna prepare. now. Right, out final corner, down the start finish line, across the line to start our first, hopefully flying lap. Into turn 1 we go then. Alright, turn 1, small corner cut, but nothing major, no big, you know, gain. Very, very minor corner cut through turn 3, into turn 4, into 5. This is where you got keep composed through 6. And then literally open up now for this back straight. Small corner cut again on the right, but nothing, again, major. Won't affect the lap time by that much. That won't. And down this long back straight, dirt braking for 400 meter board. Out of a sort of chicane. Then flat out until we get really to this next segment here, as we now prepare to slow the car down, run 5th gear through it with ease. Keep car to the left until you see the apex, then keep car nicely centered. And this is certainly going to be a provisional pole position lap time by quite some distance then. Obviously first lap then, that was alright. I don't think it's going to be secure enough for pole, but nonetheless we don't know yet. But we're sat quite safely, I think, at the front for now, doing fastest lap. I think there's certainly time in sector 1. Sector 2 maybe as well, and Sector 3, certainly time and maybe a bit of all those sectors, but I just don't know at the moment. Maybe, all I know, that could be the fastest lap time of anyone. And obviously, we'll make our way back to the garage now, where we'll just, you know, virtually get out of everyone's way, you know, then we'll load up the second set of brand new fresh tyres. I'm just going to take this route because I don't want to cause any inconvenience to anyone on a faster lap than me, of course, or even on an out lap, because obviously that's my belief. You should not cause inconvenience to the car in front, of course.
We think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
Okay, so some rain, ETA 15 minutes, that's a interesting one, of course. So that may affect the session later on. Don't want to say a grand yes, but I don't want to say no at the moment, if you know what I mean. Have to wait and see. So we must have done a better lap than Vettel, because Vettel's already in, so we're certainly up there, I think, or I presume. Let's hope it stays that way. Obviously, so far in our career, we've only had one pole position, and I believe I was around either Italy or Austria. I think it was Italy, I'm going to say. Pretty sure it was Italy, because we started on pole, lost the race, that was it. Yeah, so it must have been Italy, where we got that one pole position so far in our career, but otherwise, you know, no pole position. So right now we're certainly above the two Ferraris, and we're above our teammate quite comfortably, actually, coming to think of it, by 0.3 of a second. So that's very, very nice. So, you know, we did a very fast first sector, a very good middle sector as well. So we only lost about 0.2
So
in the middle.
our fastest lap is a 1 minute
So,
28.3.
yeah. Right, we're going to go out for now a second lap.
Engine fire,
Obviously,
we're
the
set.
rain is meant to be coming. I don't know, obviously, how long to that rain's going to be. I presume we'll be able to do a lap. It said 15 minutes. When we came in, we had about 10, so say 5 minutes. We'll do a quick weather update. Weather, oh. Right, anyway. So we'll go then for a second lap. Weather update.
Copy.
Weather report. Weather report. Weather report. Oh, my engineer is stupid. So I have no idea to how long to rain. Let's say it's still quite some distance out at the moment, and it won't hit by the time we come round anyway. So obviously, we've only got one more lap before yeah, we've got one more lap, more or less. And it's all going to come down. Right, not necessarily all going to come down to the final lap, but it's going to certainly be a factor as we cross the line with virtually no time at all to go. Then down into turn one we go. Through turn one and two, gaining certainly a little bit of time. Also gaining a bit more time as well, so we're about 2/10 up right now on the best, which is obviously ours. Out of the fucking way! No way! I want to improve on that lap time. He wasn't right. I thought there he's going left, well right. Okay, so then I decided to chop back into the inside. You can see where the confusion is. Not picking your line, jeez. More or less planting his car on the racing line, so sorry if I've used the flashback. I never really do that in qualifying, but you know, I just want to improve. I think we've got pole booked anyway, even if we improve by a little bit. Yeah, we've improved a little bit.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done.
First place anyway.
Fantastic drive.
Nice. But what an idiot, getting in the way. But yeah, oh well. Right, there we go then. So we're going to start first. So the two things will start alongside, but we've got a nice gap actually, half a second more or less over the next car. Now when you think of that, that's a really nice gap when it comes to race pace, because you know when you have half a second. Let's say, right, the way I do it, okay, is right. The way
comments about this team.
You know, yeah, the way I work out, okay, is basically if you're half a second ahead in qualifying, more or less, you're more or less at minimum 2/10 behind in the race. So obviously,
appreciate your time.
You know, or ahead in the race sort of thing, if you understand where I'm coming from. So for instance, let's say Vettel qualified 2.5, okay, in the qualifying session, okay, behind Hamilton. In theory, I would say his race pace should be 0.005 behind Hamilton. So very marginal, if you understand where I'm coming from. Because obviously that's, you know, and a good representative of that was actually the Australian Grand Prix. Vettel was half second down, or I think actually three quarters of a second down. That was it on Hamilton last year. Then obviously Hamilton won. Well, no, sorry, lost the race due to VSE, but was only pulling out actually 0.2 tenths a lap over Vettel and Raikkonen per lap. So it just shows you what I mean by that. You know, they were half a second down the Ferraris, realistically, you know, and yeah. Anyway,
You've done well to put it on
so
pole, but
we're
we've
on
still
pole
got
then
work to do.
for the
Tried to cut the inside line off the
French
start.
Grand Prix. Second time ever starting on pole position. So if things, you know, could go, well, could be going right this weekend, certainly are, sort of thing. But now we've got this issue again. Oh, why does it do this? Sort of like freezes. And then you gotta tap a load of buttons and pray. There we go. So right. As we now set off on the formation lap.
Let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Teammates dying behind me? Huh? Raikkonen must have a penalty then, for whatever reason. So, you know.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
So, just focusing on the warm-up. And hopefully, we'll make a nice getaway. And hopefully win this race. First race, also we're starting on pole position this season. Second in our career. But will this be, more importantly, the first win of a season of many to come? If we win here today, we could easily move back into second place in the championship, as long as we outscore both Red Bulls, of course. Well, mainly Daniel Ricciardo and Fernando Alonso, but nonetheless. Right. As we'll now begin to take our grid slots on the starting grid for the French Grand Prix here in France. My teammate Valtteri Bottas alongside your championship leader Verstappen in third. Fourth is Sainz. Fifth is Sebastian Vettel. So obviously we've got a very interesting starting lineup once again here for you today. Then, but no sign of Daniel Ricciardo or Alonso, who are respectively third and second in the championship. But as the lights now begin to turn on, 5 red lights, it's lights out and away we go then for the French Grand Prix. My teammate pulls alongside, getting a better start, now pulling ahead of me, of course, down into turn 1, obviously, and we're around. We've hit our teammate, and my teammate has hit me.
Safety car, no overtaking, reduce your pace.
But what gone on there? My teammate just hit me, left me no room, absolutely no room. Where was I meant to go? He knew I was on the inside. I weren't even trying a racing move. I want to restart, like, because I know I've got the pace, and that's just destroyed my fucking race. That's annoying, because look, I'm more than entitled to be there. I'm half a car length on the inside. Where am I meant to go? I'm going to use a flashback. Right, so you're having a joke. If we can't get around this turn 1 this time. Right, if we can't do it this time, we're literally just gonna restart. Alright, there we go. Right, I'm happy we're around turn 1. Because obviously that's a joke. My teammate hit me. That would have ended my race, more or less. In terms of chance, have a guess what we've got. I know there's no DRS at the moment, but we've got no DRS failure. This, in the race, is why are we the one getting so unlucky. First corner incidences, again today. Failures, again. And my teammate in races is just a bulletproof machine. Just annoying, because, you know, like, yeah, he's my teammate, I'm happy for him, but at the same time, I want to win. I don't care, I'm just gonna go. Time to drive like a madman.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
Teammate,
Okay, keep on him. Might make a mistake.
once I get within a sniff of you, I'm going for it. There we go. Up into first. You're not gonna beat me today, teammate. I don't give a shit. If you want to beat me, you're gonna have to come get me. Alright, that's the fastest lap.
Available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Right, my teammate's certainly losing a little bit of time to me.
Some information on Bottas. They seem to have an issue.
Yes! My teammate's got an issue, everyone! I've never been more happier in my life! That is brilliant news. Sorry, I meant very sad news indeed. Because, you know, he's got this issue and it means he is no longer going to compete with us
some of this
What
energy.
tragic
CERS deployment.
news have we got there? My teammate is limping around like a dead goose. Now, what tragic news is that? Sorry to say. Honestly, that is brilliant. That's the first time I've heard your teammate's got an issue.
Make sure you don't speed. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive. Copy that. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh. Come on, tires on. No, go.
Go, go. You'll be
Go.
racing on the exit.
You're having a joke. I'd prefer the 5-second penalty than, you know, than to... I'll take the 5-second penalty. But literally, you're having a joke there, aren't you?
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Yeah? How has my teammate done that? You're having a... My teammate is in...
We're coming up to the
I
safety
thought my
car
teammate
now.
had a
Do not
problem.
pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
Oh, that's annoying. My teammate meant to have a problem. What fucking problem does he have? Is it called problem, no problem? And now he's probably going to win this race because of my penalty. Sorry for the lack of commentary in recent laps. Just thinking what I can do to win this race.
Overtake the safety car. You may overtake the safety car. It is waiting to pick up the leader. the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car. Safety car is in this lap, safety car in this lap. You will be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety car has reached the pit lane.
Right. Go.
Okay, clear.
Come on, car.
Good job. Nice overtake.
Right, it must build our 5-second gap.
Pulling away by about half a second a lap. We've got an opportunity to look after the car here.
Two tenths. Oh. I don't want to be towing my teammate. That's the last man I want to tow. Teammates on the attack. Had to sort of go into him there. Got to give myself any advantage possible. No, I can only keep this in this fuel mode for one more lap.
Yes, great job. Excellent work. First place now, P1.
Come on. Come on, car. Perez is out of the race. Well, teammates down into third, so that's good for me. Just allows me to pull out maybe if my teammate re-overtakes Signs a second. Alright, probably about 3 seconds clear.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Right, if we can get without 5 seconds of Bottas, we are now really pulling away. As soon as we pull out more than 5 seconds, we're practically done. .2 ahead of Valtteri. Pulling out certainly another few more attempts.
Green flag.
5.9 seconds over my teammate. 5.2 over Carlos Sainz. This race is won. Just now about getting the car home.
Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Got a 7-second gap now over Bottas. So that's good for us.
teammate by 6.8 seconds. Accumulating some wear on the MGUK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode.
Right.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, for crying out loud. Final lap of race as well, and we spin it. That's highly annoying. Right, we're going to win at France, the French Grand Prix. Mercy!
Superb driving. That's the race win.
Yes. There we go. Number one this season. 40 now. That's 42 or 43 points now behind championship leader.
Another eventful Grand Prix. Here come the top three out onto the podium.
There we go. So, myself, Bottas and Sainz on the top step of the podium, man. There. Not a bad race. Not the best race, but not the worst race either.
It's a good result for Valtteri Bottas, who extends his
So,
advantage at the top of
we're now 44 points back to second place in the constructors. Sorry, in the drivers. Constructors, we are still a long way ahead of everyone else. So, yeah. Still. So, there we go then. First race win of the season. 44 points now behind my teammate, which ain't bad. And we're going into Austria, then we've got Britain, then I think Germany, then Hungary. So we've got some strong tracks coming up for us.
You took the top
well.
points today. Was it a comfortable win? Everything went your way today. It looked like... Well, looks like your luck has changed. You're beating all expectations. Appreciate your time.
So there we go. Lovely race win. Number one, actually, this season. So that's good. obviously, that we get a race win this season, but still a long way to go in terms of the championship. Nothing is over yet. Right now, the advantage is still very much in Valtteri Bull's court, but at least we've got our first race win to take us a little bit closer to that maybe maiden championship, of course.
Here we can adjust the terms of our proposal.
Which
the more
would be
ambitiously we
good,
set our targets,
of course.
the more willing the team will be to give us better perks. We'll have a few chances to suggest a deal, but we need to be careful. If a proposed contract exceeds your value to the team, it will be rejected, and too many attempts will leave us stuck with the original offer. They aren't coming round to that proposal. Let's try something else. I'm afraid negotiations have broken down.
Oh, you're having a joke.
Luckily, we had the team's original offer to fall back on, so we've agreed to those terms. We'll have another chance to negotiate
that's
down the road.
annoying. Right. Ooh, is there anything that we can upgrade? Nope, looks like we are spent. Could upgrade maybe the... No, I'm not going to do that. Right, there we go. So, next time, obviously, for Austria then, of course, just select the tyres, of course, that we're going to have, of course. And yeah, next time will be the Austrian Grand Prix. So, until then, see you all next time. And it's now literally 7 days to FP1, so not that long now till Formula 1 returns, of course. 6 days until the interview media sort of session sort of all kicks off, sort of thing, which kicks off on Thursday. But otherwise, yeah, see you all next time for another round of Formula 1 2018.